Okay, Nigel, so set it wise, I said very, very good. I think the feeling for me in terms of the backswing, your left arm was getting very much in and tucked in and a bit flat, or therefore quite low on the chest, okay? So as you watch as you go back here on the left-hand side now, arm going in here now, as you get back there, that for me, that left arm is very low, which gives you a steep club, okay? If that left arm was to go a bit higher, the club would get a bit flatter, because if your left arm's in, the club's going to stick up. If you were to flatten that golf club, it's going to be so far behind you, you've got nowhere to go. So as you start trying to redirect the club back, your handle now starts bringing the club down. Now your hands start working out to the golf ball here, kind of moving in this direction, as you can see, kind of towards the golf ball. As you come into impact, we can see it's slightly heely based there, club face twisting. Now again, you can play golf from that spot, but it's on a knife edge, okay? So if we go back to that backswing position, where you were there, the feeling now, I'm trying to get that left arm a little bit higher in the backswing, you see? So now your left arm is nice and sort of more on line
with my shoulders.
With your shoulders, yeah, exactly. So that club now, when it doesn't look so steep, does that club on the way back? Now as you start coming down, the hands can work down here. They're working down back towards in front of you, okay? Club now is shallowing. Now let's look at this contact. Arms, a lovely position there. Look at your contact now.
Yeah, lovely.
Perfect. Yeah. So the arms are kind of working in a more up and away and down, which then flattens the club, rather than kind of in, club steep, and then trying to work out this way, which then fires your hips, as you said in that video you showed at the start of the session. Your hips kind of go this way towards the golf ball to try and flatten the golf club. But it just throws the hands, the arms out this way, and you're pushing out. It's very minimal, but if we look at those two kind of contacts there, that's a steeper club, as you can see the handle here working out as you come in the golf ball. That's just before impact. We can see the club face twisting there. Those two contacts are very different, aren't they? Now, only by about that much, so visually the whole swing's not going to look that strange, but the feeling of the arm working up and then a bit more this way to try and sort of flatten the club down slightly, rather than being in here and trying to flatten from there. Bloody hell, you've got your arm so far behind you. And then when you try and play those low stingy punch shots, you almost got to back up out of the shot, fear of shanking it, and it just goes too high. So if you can get that club kind of working back down in front now, okay, nice release of the club to target, very nicely. That's obviously a full swing follow through. The feeling of those punch shots is that right wrist now feeling kind of this way, like the old bottle of water, you showed that drill there. You're coming through kind of this way, not and doing that, or releasing the club kind of this way. You're just allowing the wrist to stay there, bang. So they're coming the golf ball, driving that club, compressing and pressurising the club on the back of the golf ball to fizz it off nice and low. Now, yes, the speed of the swing will be a little bit slower to take the launch off it. But I would practice some stuff, like I say. When you're on the golf course and you've got 120 yards, don't just grab your 9 or your wedge instinctively, grab a 6 or a 5 iron and try and fizz one in nice and low. Just see what happens to it. Can you get the ball close to the flag? So when you're chipping out of trees, there's still a target. It may not be a flag on a green, but there's a spot on the fairway you want to go to, which is actually in some ways probably smaller than the green anyway. But we see so many guys get in the trees, I'll just chip that back into fairway somewhere, get a bit nonchalant, a bit complacent, and just stuff it in the tree. Oh, I'm in the tree still again. So even though you're in a shot 20, 30 yards out of the trees, there's still a target to aim for. So can you hit that target? So if you practice hitting shots towards that target on the golf course to a flag, then when you're in the tree just chipping out 60, 70, 80, whatever, you'll know which club to take, the trajectory you can hit, the club you're going to make, and the swing you're going to put it on the golf ball. And you'll start getting better at controlling that face, controlling that trajectory, rather than just, I hit the ball fully, now a short shot, and just scuff it 3 yards in front of you. If I practice that right wrist there, and again, the right wrist doesn't work out this way. If the club's coming out this way and you do that with the right wrist, you are going to do the unmentionable, okay? If the arms are up and working in here, now you can kind of move that club towards target. The palm can face this way. It's not kind of blocking out to the right there. Okay?
Brilliant.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Excellent, very good.